WTCM 810. By the way, I want to mention again, if you want to see a sweet little video, go to our Facebook pages, Jack O'Malley and the WTCM Morning Show or WTCM Radio. And I did share the video of that stepson giving his dad a 57 Chevy. It's just nice. It's nice.
It's heartwarming.
All right. Now, I remember, I don't know how many years ago it was now, 10, however many, I don't know. Somebody, because I like apples, somebody said, "Did you try this Honey Crisp?" And I said, "By gosh, by golly, what's a Honey Crisp?" And they said, "It's a new apple." And I said, "How do you make a new apple?" Well, they have, and I don't know how they make a new apple, but they did. Now, I am told we have a Saskatoon, and we have Saskatoon Steve.
Saskatoon Steve.
On the line with us from Saskatoon, Michigan Farm and Nursery. Steve, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Jack. How you doing?
Good. What's a Saskatoon?
A Saskatoon is actually related to an apple. They look like blueberries, and they grow like blueberries, so there is some misconception that they might taste like a blueberry, but in my opinion, they actually don't. They've had a number of different taste descriptions. They are, another name for them is a Juneberry, which is native to Michigan, but the varieties that we grow are more native to the western prairie states on up into Canada, and they've been selected for some of their various qualities as far as fruit and disease resistance.
So, Steve, real quick, can we back up? If it looks like a blueberry, but it's related to an apple, when you bite into it, is it have that same crispness as an apple, or is it...
And what's it taste like?
Yeah, what's it...
Well, if I tell you they're going to taste like apples, then when you eat them, you're going to think they taste like apples. If I tell you that they're going to taste like a cherry, then you're going to taste cherry. The unique thing about them is that they have a chemical in them called benzaldehyde, and when it's heated, it puts out an almond flavor. So they do have a bit of a almond nutty flavor to them.
So you're telling me
This
this
sounds
is a fruit that doesn't know what it is?
Exactly.
It's kind of like the wine of fruits, you know? You smell it, you taste it. It's up to your interpretation.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really cool because this fruit pairs so well with so many other fruits. We're actually getting ready today to make a couple cases of Saskatoon rhubarb pie filling here. So
help me here. Now, am I getting you right that the Saskatoon actually grows somewhere else? You're just bringing it here?
Well, no, they do grow here. They're native to Michigan. They grow in the wild, and they grow in different landscape settings. But there's a different species that are used for landscaping, and there's the species that we grow that is more commercially grown. They grow a lot of them up into Canada, and they've just in the last few years made their way down into this area. And New York also is doing a program out there, and they call them Juneberries out there. We call them Saskatoons here.
I personally like Saskatoon. It has a nice ring to it.
We do, too.
Juneberry sounds a little bit too much like June bug. And I don't like June bugs. Okay, so a Saskatoon is a newer fruit that's being introduced. People haven't really eaten before. And it can taste like just about anything you think it's going to taste like.
Exactly.
Have I got this right?
Yeah, I've heard descriptions of raspberry, blueberry, mulberry, blackberry, black cherry, apple, grape. I mean, you name it, it's there.
I sometimes wonder, are you Willy Wonka?
Have you been drinking? That's hilarious. So does somebody have to come to your farm to get them, or are they out there where we can all try a Saskatoon?
Actually, just in this last week, I landed contracts with Olson's Food Stores and the Village Markets that are going to be carrying our berries there. And if you can't make it by one of those stores, you can go to the SaskatoonBerryInstitute.org, and that is an organization that was formed by local growers here. We saw a need that we needed to form a group so that we would have a little more number and powers, and we were all working toward the same goal in getting this fruit out there and making it known. So we just had a nice Saskatoon farm tour over the weekend, and we visited several farms. We had people come as far away as Marquette and Ann Arbor, and It was a very good day. There was a lot of information shared, and we are all still learning about this fruit and how to grow it. So,
Steve, I just want to clarify. The big allure with the Saskatoon is that it's really a hardy fruit. It'll stand the cold and make it in northern Michigan, really.
Yes, that's exactly right. I am a cabinet maker by trade, and a few years ago the economy got slow, and I have a fairly sized yard here that I just mow, and I thought, boy, I need to do something else. So I thought at the time I wanted to do blueberries, and doing my research, I discovered that blueberries was not conducive to growing in my soil conditions, mostly because of the pH and cold hardiness. These things are very cold hardy. They are not as soil specific as blueberries are. They will grow in a wide range of soil conditions. They do prefer a sandy loam with a pH somewhere between 5.5 and 7. A couple of years ago when we had the goofy spring weather with the big warm up, and then we got winter again.
Sure.
A lot of other fruit crops were lost or diminished, and the Saskatoon pulled through it, and we had a very good Saskatoon harvest a couple years ago, too.
Do they grow on a tree or a vine?
They grow on a bush. They grow very similar to blueberry bushes. They will, if you let them grow, they'll max out at, 12, 13 feet tall, some varieties, but we do our pruning, and it's a maintenance thing, and we only want to let them grow like 7 or 8 feet tall.
Otherwise, you got to hire tall people to pick them.
Yeah, right.
So, Steve,
but the thing is, the branches get loaded up too, and
Gotcha.
they'll bend over and bow down, so you can pick them. So it's not a problem.
So, Steve, since you have a nursery, I'm assuming people can buy plants there.
Yes, they can. We propagate and sell the Saskatoon plants. I really recommend that people plant them while they're dormant, either in the spring or the fall, because they seem to be somewhat susceptible to transplant shock, and that is just the least stressful time of year to plant them.
All right. So they're related to apples, but they don't look like apples. They kind of look like blueberries. What color are they?
They are a dark purple, which, with that being the color, it means that they are packed with antioxidants. They're full of vitamins, iron, fiber, because they have the seeds in them, which give them a lot of fiber. There are comparison charts out there, and one of the charts is, I believe we have one on my website, which is SaskatoonMichigan.com. Or if you go to the Saskatoon Berry Institute website, there is a comparison chart on there that compares them with a number of other fruits as far as nutritional value and that kind of thing. And they rank, in most cases, above other fruits.
So has the Saskatoon, that's been grown in other places, Canada and whatnot, so it's popular there. We just haven't come onto it, or is everybody just realizing that this version of the Saskatoon is like the wonder fruit?
Well, everybody is starting to realize that, and, we have been, I mean the growers in the local area have been growing these things for the last 5 or 6 years, and there are a number of acres planted and in the ground, but they have just in the last couple of years started coming into production. So we've wanted to be somewhat careful that we don't market the heck out of them and everybody wants them and can't get them. So that's not the case now. We have the fruit. You're going to start seeing them in stores, and they will be more available, and you'll start hearing more about them.
All right. Saskatoon Steve, that's what I'm going to call you.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Jack.
Where are you if people want to come? Because they can come out to your place, right?
Yes, they can come out here. We do U-Picks, and the other cool thing about the website for the Institute is that there is a directory on there. So you can go to the Saskatoon Berry Institute website, you can click on directory, and it'll pull up a map, and you can say that you're looking for fruit or plants within so many miles of your home, and it'll put a pin on this map, and you can click on the pin, and it'll tell you what this farm does as far as U-Pick or the products that they sell and that kind of thing.
Okay. Now,
I'm sorry. We are located on Sailor Road in Williamsburg, which is, if you go M72 to Bates Road, just go north on Bates Road and keep going, and it will turn into Sailor Road.
All right. And you'll have a sign out front or something where people
I do have Yep, I do have a sign out front. And, this year things are a little bit slow with Mother Nature, the slow spring that we had. So we are probably going to be ready to start picking about the middle of July.
All right, very good. Steve, the new fruit, the Saskatoon, is entering the fray. Will be available at, I'll let you say so I don't get wrong.
At Olson's food stores and the village markets.
Very good. All right, Steve, I'm interested. I want to taste one of these things and see if they taste like potato chips or something.
I'll make sure you taste them, Jack. And hey, I want to congratulate you on your 30 years.
Oh,
too.
well,
That
thank
is
you.
awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I was going to say I'm glad we could help spread the word about the Saskatoon.
Yep, we appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jack. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Saskatoon Steve.